pala. Alright, we're back now. Ito. So, itong kailangan natin sabihin. Kasi, for example, sinabi ni Yusek Cesar Chavez sa isang press conference daw, sulat ito ni Buchanko, that he cannot promise quick relief at MRT-3. He is promising accountability. Sabi ni Buchanko dito, I scratch my head to figure what that means and what good that does for MRT riders.
No,
Tama siya.
No,
Ano ba ibig sabihin ng accountability yun?
there is something good there. Quick relief, sabi niya.
No, he's not promising a quick relief.
Sorry, not promising quick relief, but promising only accountability. He is accountable, so the quick relief should be the relief of the Yusek, whoever he is. He should be relieved.
Alam mo, sabi nga, accountability sounds nice, but it is overused. No one is punished for failure. Will Chavez, like Pinoy and Abaya, promise to have himself run over by the trains?
Just fire them and get competent people.
But from an administrative standpoint, those two things are some of the most difficult things to do, to fire and then to find somebody who's competent, because that's always a matter of opinion.
No.
Now, but before you go ahead, ang tingin kong kailangan dito, mag-appoint, and if we can make a suggestion to President Duterte, mag-appoint ka ng performance auditor, or in the vernacular, sabi nila, mag-appoint ka ng bastonero na handang hampasin yung mga department secretaries and undersecretaries and non-performing officers, mahampas sila sa ulo pag hindi sila nagpe-perform.
Ang problema dyan, Ray,
Oh.
the vetting process of this administration, and in many administrations in the past, not this, is just below par. No? The vetting process, no?
Kasi ano ba ang unang hinahanap?
Ang una, kaibigan. KKK nga, kaibigan, kaklase, kababayan, kainuman, kabarilan, kabayutan. Ano ba yung kabayutan? That's Cebuano. I'm sorry. No.
Hindi bale, pero
Hindi pwede yun. As a matter of fact, when President Ramos became president, he sent Amante, who was his executive secretary, to me.
Si Prinsipe Amante.
Prinsipe Amante, and then President Ramos was asking Amante if he could bring me to the palace. I went there. And one of the things that I told President Ramos was this, Mr. President, the best idea I can give you is that in the choice of your cabinet ministers, never choose yes men. They must be independent-minded and the best and the brightest. Because the independent-minded will tell you when they are wrong, you are wrong. When who is wrong.
What if the president doesn't want to hear that he is wrong?
Well, that's like the problem of, remember,
Santiago.
Juni Santiago, you know, I was quite amazed by the word that President Duterte used, because he's guilty of it, blubbering. Saying Santiago was blubbering instead of talking to him. What about these two people now? The Lorenzana and Guerrero. They said they will not support a revolutionary government. What will Duterte do?
Although that press release did not say it was Lorenzana.
Yeah.
It said it was the AFP.
AFP nga.
Will not support Pero yun ang problema dito. In other words, I think the Duterte administration is coming to what I call a tipping point as far as governance is concerned, and the way whether the things of this nation and the problems being faced by this nation are being faced squarely and efficiently and appropriately, and not only all the big stuff about the ASEAN and this and that and the other. It's like, for example, you know, for all the things that you say about this ASEAN thing, you know who is suffering? The public. You know, the traffic jams that are being created, the loss of income that's being created is incredible.
In plain and simple terms, the one suffering is the people.
Oh.
But in accordance with many of our administrators in the past and of the present, never mind the people. The people make no difference.
Yun ang problema.
You see?
That, in other words, we could not call it any more public service, but self-service.
You know,
0916-972-2843. Good evening, sir. Ray and Sir Bono, Jojo of Bukidnon. Kapag ang gagawa ng proyekto ay gahaman, wala na silang ibang iisipin kundi paano makapagbulsa ng pera. Kaya yung nag-donate dati sa Yolanda victims ay magdadalawang isip ng mag-donate sa Marawi victims. Sana kapakanan ng bawat isa ang pairalin natin upang makamit ang ating hinahangad.
hindi makamit ng ating hinahangad kung itong mga materyales ang gagamitin natin ngayon. Kaya yung sinasabi ko, we need systemic changes because when you have systemic changes, you can get new people.
Alam mo,
Best
yung
and the
systemic
brightest.
changes na sinasabi mo,
Yes.
can be undertaken under any kind of government. It is not dependent on the form of government. It is on the will and the determination of the leaders of government to require that of themselves.
Yeah, you know, I hate to see that because I have some friends in this government. And the truth of the matter is the performance of the people in the implementation of policy is below par. It's below par. If I were to grade them, maybe it's within the range of 50 to 60.
Wala tayong nakikita na konkreto na ginagawa that addresses, first of all, defines the problem properly and adequately. Number two, addresses them with a plan. Ganito ang gagawin namin. Sa MRT, ganito ang gagawin namin. Then, when you have somebody there on top of that whole problem to say, we will not give you quick relief, we will promise you accountability. Eh kung buwaso din naman ang trabaho, what's the point of accountability?
You know, simple lang yan, Ray. I've been saying that over and over again in my columns and in your program. That the main problem with our administrators, if they want to do anything, this is what they should do, according to Peter Drucker and Mao Zedong. Analyze, organize, deputize, supervise. Simple lang yan eh. Bakit hindi lang magagawa?
Kasi kung aasa ka lang sa lahat ng kaibigan mo, mga karancho
hindi ka
mo,
pwede.
hindi ka pwede.
Hindi pwede yan.
So ano tinahanap natin dito? I think it is time, and before we get to that tipping point, bago dumating doon, because time is running out.
Correct.
And if they do not recognize that the one thing that is most, yung ang kanga posibleng mawasak ay tiwala. Madaling masira, napakahirap bawiin.
Correct.
Kanya yun ang kailangan natin tingnan. 0906-776-0754. Semer of Misamis Oriental. Sa palagay niyo ba matuloy ang revolutionary government kung nagpahayag na ang DND Secretary at AFP Chief na hindi nila ito susuportahan? Well, I think the answer to that is what you said.
Matuloy.
It depends on the kind of revolutionary government.
That's why maybe next week in my column, I'll present the idea of a people's revolutionary government. And I'll invite the president because he said in the ASEAN statements of his that even Kim Jong-un should be listening to the others. But that's the reverse of what he's doing. He should be listening to the people. That's why I will make the proposal. He should join a people's revolutionary government so that the AAP and the police
what I want him to do,
can
ito
support.
suggestion lang. Will you please define, Mr. President, ano ba talaga ang tinutukoy mo at gusto mong revolutionary government? Kasi hindi ito question na basta kung yun ang gusto ko, gano'n na lang.
Yun na nga, simple, sabi niya eh.
Sapagkat, maski na sino mang naglilingkod sa pamahalaan are accountable to the people. It is not simply authoritarianism. Now, if revolutionary government is seen as simply the same as total authoritarianism, then all you want is dictatorship.
That's dictatorship.
And many people will object.
Of course. Of course. You and I will object.
Yeah,
And the people
kasi
will
ayaw
object.
naman natin ang ganun. 0907-989-2548. Wala akong naiintindihan sa mga paliwanag ni Pinoy tungkol sa Mamasapano. Sa tingin ko lang naging lax siya. Well, lahat tayo mayroong ideya kung ano nangyari sa Mamasapano. But what most people are saying, ang tanong dito bakit mo gagamitin ang taong suspendido at tinanggal sa pwesto?
Sino yung nagtatanong? Taga saan? Taga Mindanao ba yun?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, okay. Kung wala siyang naintindihan, I will give him a copy.
Sa ginawa ni
Ginawa ni Pinoy nga.
Pinoy.
I'll give him a copy of my complaint which he filed in the Ombudsman on the treasonous behavior of Pinoy in Mamasapano and in violation of 114 of the revised penal code.
So in other words, he is liable because ako'y nagugulat that while this case has been filed by the Ombudsman, the President made a statement that completely cut off the legs
Yeah,
of the
exonerates.
Ombudsman.
Because
Exonerated Pinoy.
he's afraid of a president. He's being investigated by the Ombudsman, di ba?
Yeah,
The
ewan ko kung
Ombudsman
anong
is
nangyayari
investigating
doon.
him. And that's why he wants the Ombudsman to be impeached or to resign with him
Well,
together with the Chief Justice.
Unfortunately, because of our late start, we've run out of time, Kuya Bono. At hindi namin matackle po lahat nito. And maybe we will have to come back and do a review once again,
After the
a second part.
after the ASEAN.
After the ASEAN,
Yan,
naku,
because
wag
the
mong
ASEAN is a problem.
Huwag mong gawin sa ASEAN. In the first place, holidays lahat yun eh. Hanggang 16.
Oh.
So we will do that at some other time. And in the meantime, even if the questions are hanging, and Kuya Bono, Citizen Bono here is eager to come and give some tickling answers to
I
these
want to
problems.
do a lot of shadow boxing.
Yeah, he wants to do a lot of shadow boxing. And then we will just see you next week. God bless you.